Hey, this is Nasty Neal here at the station of decapitation without your head, going live from the Cape Cod Canal. It's pretty nice out here, isn't it? Well, the canal is actually down here. We're at the Cape Cod Marina here in Sandwich, Massachusetts. I found this on my walk. It's a train spike. You ask yourself, Nasty Neal, why would you pick up this rusty train spike? It's pretty friggin' cool. Maybe I could use it in a movie. Now, I know you don't want to use like actual spikes in movies. You want to use something that could actually injure someone. But if it's just me and Troy, who cares? I mean, I'll hurt Troy. It doesn't matter. But no, you can also make molds of this. I don't know. I think it was cool, so I picked it up. I have a lot of useless stuff at my house. All right, so happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. Happy Mother's Day to all the children out there who have mothers. So I think that pretty much covers everybody. So I'm here live. We're going to give some updates on some upcoming Without Your Head world news. We got Arbor Day coming up. We're going to be actually launching the campaign soon. I got to get it together, some major changes. So I actually have to get some videos done for that. There is talks. I can't really talk about it, but there are talks about making a new cool trailer with some fine folks from the Without Your Head world. That'll be sweet. But yeah, Arbor Day, something I thought about since 2012. Originally, it was just a silly idea with branches coming around, attacking people. And then I've talked about this a lot, but then it was going to be a short film once my brother retired last year. I thought it'd be a fun little thing for me and Troy to do. Our friend Brian was going to be involved. And then Andrew, a kid that I know in town, used to work at the Dunkin' Donuts. He's an actor, and I thought he was perfect for the movie. And apparently he did too, because then he asked one day about being in the movie, and I was like, absolutely. I actually wrote a character specifically for him in the movie that was not in the movie before. Things progressed. I started to come up with more ideas. Troy started to make props. Some of those props were inspired from the stuff in the movie. Some of those props inspired stuff in the movie. So it was a two-way street. It was really cool. It's been a very rewarding experience just writing a script. I've not done that before. Coming up with really expanding the whole mythology of all the characters involved and going from short film to feature film, which that part wasn't that big of a leap because honestly, I kept thinking of more ideas. And if we were going to do a short, I really would have had to either make a 40-minute short, which I think is not really serves any purpose, or just add very little more and make a feature, or cut like everything out, just do one scene. Even as is, I think I'm gonna have to cut some of this down to make it one feature. That's a better problem than thinking, how the hell do I pad this out to make it, 115 minutes or whatever. Not 115 minutes, or 75 minutes or 80 minutes. We don't want to go crazy here. All right. So anyway, Arbor Day, yeah, we got some cool people involved. Michael St. Michael's from the Greasy Strangler, Bill Whedon, Jim McDonough of Manicorn. So there's some veteran people in, legends like Dan Yeager, Dan Yeager, Leatherface from Texas Chainsaw 3D, Tim Dry from a little movie, Return of the Jedi. You guys might have heard of that movie, but also some other cool stuff. Let's see. I'm trying to think. There's actually some names that are likely to be involved, but I don't want to say them yet until they are officially involved. There's a lot of people there, and I think I have a flyer on me. I can just pull that out and look at it. Let's see, a flyer. Boom. We got the flyer here. People we already mentioned, and we also got Helene Udy from My Bloody Valentine. How can I forget Paul Ellers, Madman Mars, one of very supportive man, Ed Gwynn, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and other folks. Now we got regular people walking by. So I'll give them a second here.
I'm Tim Dry, and I'm coming to you from London in the United Kingdom. Just a little bit about myself, just enough to whet your appetite. I played 2 character roles in Return of the Jedi. One was Jay Quill, a bad boy. One was a Mon Calamari officer. Anyway, I also played the title role in Extra. The point of this little video is to say that A, I have known Neal, Annabelle and Troy for many years now, but I am enormously excited to be a tiny part of their upcoming debut feature, Arbor Day. And I will be providing
the voice of the demon tree. Do you think you're ready to handle this?
Anyway, stay tuned for more info. It's gonna be monstrous.
Ciao for now.
All right. Yeah, we had a group of normal people walking by, so they're giving me a weird look because there's this weirdo sitting here talking to himself. So we played a video there. But yeah, so Arbor Day, we're going to talk more about that nonstop very soon because we need the support of the horror community, of the independent horror world out there to make this a reality. So hopefully you guys get on board. I think it's going to be a good time. What else going on? So for the foreseeable future, Without Your Head will be myself and Terrible Troy. Maybe some guest co-host, Tara Hutchison will probably be jumping on at some point. Some other folks. We're also going to be taking a stream in, something we've done occasionally, but I want to make it a part of the regular show. So every Thursday for our normal live show, it will be we'll have a guest on like usual, and then after the guest, we're going to open up the stream line. So you got to be on the outlook for the link, and I'll post a link in the chat room on Facebook, on the Twitter machines, wherever links can be found. And you guys can stream on in. You need StreamYard, which is a free app. It's not even an app. You can just click a link and join us. You can get the app if you want, but all you need is a webcam or a phone and a talking device of some kind, microphone, as the kids say, and a mouth. And you can zoom in. You can even leave the camera off. I don't care, but we have to hear you. You can't just just be a picture with no sound. Talk about horror movies, anything in the horror world. It doesn't have to be a horror movie. Games, comic anything, maybe a question, whatever. Just as long as it's fun and interesting. So that'll be good. We do that normally on my wrestling show, In Your Head, and I would like to make that part of Without Your Head. It's always a good time. I know we have some regulars who like to stream in, like Lexi and Todd Yeager and Craig Lindbergh. And we'll open that up. Maybe we'll find some other some friends. I know Melody sometimes hops on. Maybe Melody will guest host at some point. It'll be a good time. And don't forget, hit the like button, subscribe, share this out. All that's free. And if you'd like to help support the channel, you can become a member. It starts only $3 a month. There's higher tiers where you can get IMDb credit, which is pretty sweet. I don't think many podcasts have that. I don't mention this enough, but we're also on podcast websites on platforms. So they're primarily, we're live on YouTube. But if you missed the YouTube show, you can watch it on Spotify or listen to it on Apple Podcasts. Even if you don't listen there, subscribe on there. It will help us out. So let's see. We got Lisa Gay coming on from Trauma fame. She was also in the recent Our Man Funk, which was a I think it's going to be a very special movie. I'm really looking forward to seeing how that comes out. My friend AJ did a tremendous job directing his first feature film. Michael Epstein is just a tremendous person, very talented guy, and a very supportive human being. Came out to really help in a lot of ways that other people involved in the movie, hadn't planned for. So that was a big plus. Jimmy, the DP, director of photography, fantastic. and a good guy too. Every time I knew something went well, not even just my scenes, and I would hear Jimmy, look, dude, you go, oh, dude, you look this, and I was like, oh, something cool has happened. Tremendous cast. So people already knew, of course, like Bill Whedon, who I knew is great. All the punks, Michael Epstein, Adam Peltier. Adam Peltier, this guy, I think he's already got a name for himself, but really, really good actor. I like this guy, Adam Peltier. Billy Coyne, I'm proud of Billy. He really, really fun on camera as Graves. Kyle is Nutter. Doesn't have a lot of lines, but I think he has good presence on camera. Some of the other punks, Lynn, who doesn't have a big role, but on camera, but tremendous off camera. Did makeup scenes for Truett, which I can't get into. We didn't want to spoil this movie. Made a tremendous toilet, which I believe there are some photos out there of the toilet, but that's all you're getting from me. You're not finding out what happened in this toilet, but she did an amazing job on short notice, limited time, limited lights. I can't say enough good about Lynn. I would recommend her to any independent, I don't know, fucking studio. Why not? Anybody out there making a horror movie needs an effects person. I believe she's out of Philly, but people can travel around. I would recommend her. Not only talented, but a cool person on set, which is also very important. Amanda Flowers was one of the punks. Again, a limited role. Who knows? Maybe I'll expand at some point. Like Truett expanded. Truett, my character. So that was great. Playing the I didn't even think about this at the time going in. Truett's the main villain of the movie. So there's a lot of pressure. Now I'm always proud of all the work I've done in film. Very proud of Backwards Bob. I know everyone out there knows I love Backwards Bob. I'm very proud of my work on Pretty Little Nobodies, which hasn't come out yet. Up until this, I thought that was my best acting in Pretty Little Nobody. Still, I think I did a really good job on that. And I'm a person, I know sometimes I joke about having an ego and stuff, but it can be very hard on myself. So if I say I'm proud of something I did, I am. So yeah, I'm always come prepared. But yeah, this Truett character, I really took a lot of time to get the look down. I grew the hair out, which did not look good, but in real life, but it looks good for the film. The voice, the mannerisms. I knew I would talk with my hands for the movie, when to do that. So I really came prepared. And then once I was on set with Bill Whedon, and I was working off of him, that really, I really felt that elevated me as an actor, looking eye to eye with Bill and in character. He's in character. And it was that was a really cool experience. It's an experience I'll always remember. I think it was really, I'm like, oh, I feel like an actor now. And then AJ really, as a an actor's director, he was like, he really helped me find the arc of the character in that scene, and the first scene we filmed. So really happy with that. Really excited about the movie. I'm sure I'm missing people. I'm sorry. Brian Northrup, producer, good dude, which we're in talks now about another feature film, which started as just us riffing, which a lot of these things do. Once in Future Smash started as a conversation with me and Michael Epstein, and then became a movie idea, and then it became a movie script, and then it became a movie at some point. Our Man Funk, I believe it's I can't take credit for that one, but Our Man Funk was a photo, and I believe Jack Russell commented. I was like, "Wow, Bill, you look like you'd be beating up some punks," and then it went from there to an actual idea, and then it got batted around. Like different people were involved. I was actually going to direct at one point, which I'm glad I did, and it's not. I don't think I would have done a good job. I think the first time I direct something, it's got to be something that I probably wrote, so I know what really what I want. And if I would have directed Our Man Funk, I would have probably tried to either change it to something that really connect it to me or try to put my mindset into Bill. And I don't know. I think without the experience, I don't think that would have been a good fit. And AJ was a great fit because not only did he keep the heart of Bill's script and ideas, but he really elevated everything into his own style. And I really think it's something special. I think all of us got together and made something special. I really believe that. So yeah, so I'm glad I didn't do that. There was originally I was asked to play Izzy, and I had an issue with the scene. It's not that I have an issue with the scene in the movie; it's an issue with me doing the scene. But and that again, that's totally fine. It's just I wasn't comfortable with it. But again, I'm really glad I didn't do it for many reasons. Adam Peltier really knocked it out of the park. There's no way I could have played Izzy as good as Adam. It would have been different. It would have been my take on it, but it wouldn't have been the same. I don't think it would have been as good for the movie. And also, Truett is a much better role for me. Fit the film a lot better. People walking by. But yeah, so Truett, much better character for me, much more fitting. Something I really dig. And people don't know. I mean, I love horror movies, but I grew up watching horror. I grew up watching all movies, but horror and mafia movies. There's not as many mafia movies. It's not like I can watch hundreds of mafia movies, but yeah, that's something I really like. And I know something I could really sink my teeth in, and I think I fit the role. I don't think I would have fit Izzy, and Adam would have blown me away as Izzy, but I did a good trip. So that was everything worked there. And it's just cool to be part of something for a few years and it really meant a lot to Bill's, like his passion project, thinking, will this ever even go anywhere? There's different people involved at different times. Some of them were still, not too many were involved from the beginning. Then I think me and Michael Epstein maybe, and Bill, obviously. I think, and then a lot of the different people, fell off here and there. And then really when Brian and then AJ, Brian got involved as producer, and then AJ got involved as director, I was like, oh, this is actually going to happen. This is going to be a thing now. And it did. Cass, one of the other producers, really helped make sure, there's a lot of moving parts in a movie, especially in this one, a lot of locations. So yeah, everyone deserves a lot of credit. I'm sure I'm missing people again. So I'm gonna drink some of this while we're talking. This is strawberry basil mint, unsweetened seltzer from Whole Foods. This is a very fancy lad drink. Hope it doesn't explode because I've carried it in my backpack. It did not. Damn, that was great. These kind of drinks, people know I haven't drank for 5 years, so I quit drinking 5 years ago. And something like this is very much like a cocktail, where it's a fun drink with you're getting the basil and the mint, very much like a cocktail, but no alcohol, so it's all good by me. No alcohol, no calories, no fat, no sodium, no carbs, no protein. A lot of people out there thinking no flavor. No, it's good. Seltzer does take a little bit to get used to. So once I went off sugar and artificial sweeteners, and so I started just drinking straight up black coffee, which took a while to get used to, and a seltzer. Both of them take a while to get used to, but once you do, just give it a go. If this is important to you at all, if you don't care, you drink whatever you want and drink booze. I don't care. You should enjoy yourself. I'm not telling you to do whatever, but if you are someone who wants to do this, I think I don't want to drink, sugar anymore or artificial sugar. Just drink seltzer for a week. There's all different kinds. I would start with like lemon, a lot of the citrus ones, lime, lemon, orange. Give it a go. It'll take it. There's like a learning curve. You'll have to you'll get used to not being sweet, and then after a few days or a week, whatever, it'll hit you like, oh, I taste the flavor in this. And then if you get a real sweet drink, it'll taste very strange. So that's my idea. Do that. Black coffee, same idea. It's not for everybody. It's a very harsh flavor, but once I got used to it, I do not like coffee with cream or anything in. It doesn't taste like coffee. I want to taste the coffee. Very reminiscent to when I used to be a big bourbon drinker. And originally I'd hear like, oh, it's got hints of oak and burnt charred wood, and you think, what a bunch of friggin' bullshit this is. Like the wine drinkers, and then after a while, you're like, oh yeah, I taste all that. The same way with black coffee. You'll see the I'm kind of a coffee snob, but you'll see I like a dark roast or a medium full bodied roast. Not a fan of light roast, blonde roast. I like the dark roast. If you put a lot of cream and stuff, maybe whatever, but it just tastes like dirty water, in my opinion. But you'll look at the coffees, and it'll be like hints of caramel and hints of dark cocoa and blah 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 blah, and you think, what the hell are they talking about? Sure, it just tastes like coffee, and it's true. It's true. You get all these different tastes. I know I've noticed a lot of people do not like Starbucks because they say it tastes burnt, but I like the very dark taste. So that's right up my alley as a black coffee drinker. And there's one called Vermont Organic, I believe. I like that one a lot.
Hello, my name is Dan Yeager. I am best known as the actor who portrayed Leatherface in 2013's Texas Chainsaw 3D. But I am happy to announce that I will be a part of an upcoming motion picture project called Arbor Day, wherein I will lend my voice to the character Jojo the Safety Squatch. Anyway, I am looking forward to it, and I hope you are too.
All right, we're back in. So if I pop up a quick video, it's probably because regular folks are walking by. It's actually starting to get cold here because the sun's going down. See here, I'm at the marina. Pretty nice view. Getting chilly once the sun goes down. So yeah, I'm not sure who will be on this week. We've actually got a guest coming on the show from the 1971 film Lady Frankenstein, which is really cool when you start getting guests on from movies from the early 70s. It's currently streaming on the B stream, and you can use promo code No Head. That is the official Without Your Head promo code. Get yourself a savings. It's a really cool platform. They've got classic B movies. They've got current favorites from festivals. They've got a lot of indie stuff. So it's a really good mix of both well-known classic horror B movies, some more obscure cult stuff, and then a lot of new festival weird movies. So it's a great mix of stuff. We just had Sam and Jonna on from Redhead, which is amazing. I would suggest go and watch that. Very much like a 70s exploitation movie, but super bloody and also with some messages to it. I really like this a lot. I could see this like a modern cult classic movie, and they're making the sequel now, which I was really excited about hearing about. Check out that interview; it's 2.5 hours over on everywhere Without Your Head is right here, wherever you're watching this. See Ernest, terrible themes, but from 13 Ghosts will be on the show soon. That'll be sweet. Lisa Gay will be coming on the show soon. I know we have some indie filmmakers coming on from some new movies out and about at the festivals. I think we're going to be press again at Fantasia Fest, so probably some guests from that coming up. I like doing these shows, so I'm going to start popping up live more often. Every once in a while, with an update like this, talking about absolutely nothing, and then stuff like Saturday, I'll pop on with some guests and talk a long time. So do me a favor, folks. If you're out there and you've got some, you've got your own independent horror trailer, send it my way. I'll play it in between segments. Like I'll play one right now. I'll show you. We've got some cool trailers here. We'll play a couple, then I'll probably head out. It's getting dark. What do we have here? Hard to see. I don't know what this is. Let's play it.
I've already filled that role, Miss Meadows.
No, don't say that. I'm your lead for this movie.
Brooke Meadows, fashion model and actress from New York City, on an excursion in the country for a photo shoot.
Beautiful.
But things take an unexpected and sobering turn.
The werewolf is summoned by a Black Forest witch.
That's enough, Tom.
I will be coming to get you. What? Do you think they were actually attacked by a werewolf?
Sure, why not?
Did you hear that?
Leading her into something more bizarre and deadly than anything she'll ever know in the city.
This will not do. Dismiss her.
Mark of the Werewolf. A new twist on an old tale.
That was pretty cool. Mark of the Werewolf. Watch one more here. I put these on. Now I can actually hear what's going on.
I've been reading about other options. It's more than just a blip.
You are gonna sample some of my finest work.
More than just a blip. More than just a...
All right. Well, there you go. So pretty cool. Yeah, I've got a whole bunch of those. We'll start playing those on the show regularly. All right. Should have brought a jacket. When I left, it was pretty warm, but the sun's starting to go down. Just got this long t-shirt on. Just starting to get chilly. So I'm going to head out here pretty soon. But I did find this spike, this rusty spike. Now, will this end up in Arbor Day? I don't know. Rusty spike probably doesn't really fit Arbor Day, but I don't know. Maybe a future movie. Throw this right in the backpack. Probably should throw that, not keep it next to my apple. You don't want rust on an apple. It's probably bad. Probably some kind of disease in it or something. I don't know. Eating rusty apples? That sounds like some kind of dirty thing. I'm not going to even look that up. I was like, you can probably look that up on Urban Dictionary. The rusty apple. Yeah, the take on the rusty trombone. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I had fun. I'll pop on more often. So hit the like button, subscribe, share this out, become a member. It starts only $3 a month. And you never know when I'll pop on. But we're live every Thursday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, with cool guests, live streamings where you guys can join me. And I'll pop on other times. All right. Good night, everybody. A good day or whatever. Bye.